Good morning, family. It is about 4:37 now. I've been up about, I think this is my fifth or sixth time getting up peeing. That is so unlike me because I pee about maybe three, maybe four times a day. Four is kind of pushing it for me. I'll pee when I get up to shower, when I first wake up in the morning. I pee again about maybe 2 o'clock. Then I pee again at night. That's my normal routine. Family, I've been peeing so much, I piss like a cat. I mean, long streams of piss. And so, you see, I'm in the bathroom and I just had to pee again. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to thank you guys so much. And in the morning, you hear Ken sleep. Listen. Listen. My baby sleep, but I tell you guys what, he took care of me last night. It was me, him, and Mama Teen. Oh my God! And I tell you what, I my memory is kind of jolted because I was so intoxicated when I remember Tony coming to pick me up. I remember that. I remember us going out the back door. Vaguely, I can't tell you what it looked like outside or anything. We get in the car, and I remember him saying, "We forgot something." No, my phone rang, and the lady said, "Okay, you forgot your little, cute little overnight bag case, the little one." So, because she called my phone, and I didn't answer, so I guess she had called Tony's phone and told him that I had forgot it. So I get back, so we heading out. Somehow or another, we end up on side of the freeway. True story. We end up on side of the freeway. Kenny was coming home, and something happened with his car. Now, mind you, Tony had kissed, Lord. Kenny has a fairly new car, a fairly decent car, but we don't know what happened to it. So we're on the side of the road. Me, Tony, Mike, and Ken. Mike is, oh my God, Mike is so, Mike and Ken kind of go way back, you know. And so, for some unknown reason, we all end up at the same complexes, you know. And so, when I first met Kenny, he was with Mike, and it's been like that ever since. Then they moved from where they all were staying. They all stayed in the same apartment complex. Then they moved. That's when I told Kenny, because he was staying with his brother at the time. And I told him, I said, okay, well, look, check this out. If you want to date me, these are the terms and conditions. First, you need your own place, period. I am not getting ready to lay up with you on a couch in somebody else's house. So when you get your shit together, holler back at me. Because I'm intrigued. I mean, because he was really, really nice. You know, he was like a little low-key stalker at the gym. You know, he would block my car in at the gym and then go in there and have me paged on the intercom and all that kind of stuff. He would come to the women's locker room, stand at the door, because, you know, there's no doors in the gym. You just walk on in, but it's just like a divider there to where men can't look straight in. But he would stand in the gym and he would, Tina, Tina. And by a lot of women knew me at the gym because I had been there since '06, oh no, '05. So, you know, I knew a lot of familiar faces. Oh, they be like, Tina, it's hubby again. And I'm like, oh shit, because we had just met, you know what I'm saying? And so when I tell him, I say, well, I'm in the steam room, or, you know, or he'll go by the glass where the pool is, and he'll just, you know, just stand there and wave and smile, and he would have a seat because there are seats out there in front of the pool part, and he just watch me swim and go in the jacuzzi and stuff. So, in the sauna, they had a sauna out there, and so he just watched me for weeks on end, but I would never date him or anything with him because I just felt like at a certain age, you need to be at a certain stage. And though I was intrigued and but still I didn't want to break my, standard to go substandard. You know what I'm saying? So that was my main thing with him. It wasn't about what type of car you had, though he had a nice car then too. But so it wasn't about, him having a car. It wasn't about where he worked because he was working. But it wasn't about where and how and all that. I didn't care about that. As long as he was self-sufficient enough. So then therefore, he have what he had and I'm coming in having what I have. And together we have some stuff. Simply. So then, like a couple days before the inauguration, the weekend prior, I was leaving out on a Thursday because I was going from Thursday to that following Tuesday after because they were having a parade and stuff like that and different things that were going on after the inauguration. So I told him, I said, well, because he would call me, he would call the hotel. When I get back to my room, he's left me messages, light blinking, that type of thing. And so still I would not sleep with him. I met him January 5th. I didn't sleep with him until March. I just had refused. So anyway, he had called me that morning prior to me going. We were together at the gym that Friday, so he called me Saturday morning. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. He was like, well, how about I take you to brunch this morning at Millie's? And I was like, okay. So we ended up going to Millie's for brunch that prior Saturday. And he was asking me, how do I feel about a relationship and blah, 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 blah. And I was saying, no, how do you feel about a relationship? Because you have to stand fully present. I'm not going to be with you and you out here wilding out and all that kind of stuff. And he assured me at that time that he wasn't. But, I still took the bait because here, we had been talking. Now, I think it was about 2 weeks. He was on my bumper. So, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks he had been on my bumper. And so I was like, okay, then when I get back, we'll explore the possibilities of going a step further into a relationship. So that's how it all started. He called me one morning. And I was still in D.C. and he called me. He said, guess what? I'm like, what? Just guess what? I said, what? I mean, I'm going through all kind of things. You got a promotion, you won the lotto, all kind of different things. So he said, no, I have a new place. And if that's going to get you to date me, a man had to do what a man had to do. So that's how we started, and we have been together ever since. So, and then in the midst of me being ill, he never wavered. He was there in my home. He was there with my children. Kenny, he's been awesome for me. Now, infidelity, that's a different story, and that's a different fucking video, because he's a cold one on that note. And so it's not about that video, but I just want to thank him for being who he has been for me. When the chips were going down, he has always been there for me. So anyway, let me show you guys. I was so loopy and fucked up. He goes and he comes back with all these little goodies. Check it out. He brought a box of pads. Now, I'm not on my period, but I was bleeding so heavy. Well, it was drainage, really. So it was sanguous. I can't get my words right. Serous sanguous drainage, which means that it had a blood tinge to it, like a pink tinge, but it was merely drainage. And so I had a lot of drainage. So he came back with these. Mama Teen brought these over here. We had a house full of folks, and they were just looking out for me. And then Kenny and Mike went to the store, and they got some I can't get my words right this morning. It's too early. Okay, he had gotten some drainage pads. And he knows that I'm allergic to latex, so him and Mike were in the store clowning because he was trying to find tape that did not have latex. I was like, shit, you ain't finna fuck me up. Shit, he already know, though. But when we first got together, and of course, you go get some latex condoms, shit, that shit almost bust my shit wide open. Nigga, don't you ever. Anyway, so yeah, he found some tape that was latex free. And oh my God, he didn't even throw this away. These were how the drainage was flowing. I mean, this is not menorrhea. This is the medical term for a period. So I can show you how I was draining. The drainage pads that they had on me, I soaked through those. And these are the pads that he put on me before we went to sleep because I was having this much draining. So I have 2 of those in here. And so me and Mama T, and you guys saw that her and I were in here testing them with this body garment, trying to get this body garment on. I'm going to show you that. So we have on the body garment. And I tell you what, family, do I feel a difference? I feel a difference. I know that, yes, I have a great deal of swelling. But do I sense a difference? I do. I really feel a sense of and it would not go all the way down my thighs, and usually I will have action of it to be able to go. This is just my legs. This is not my cooch, so I don't want nobody, she showed her cooch. No, this is just my legs coming together. Cooch is up here, okay? So, yeah. So, anyway. So, family, I just wanted to come in, and all of the well wishes that I got on my Facebook, all of the love I got on my page and on my videos for me. I just wanted to come in this wee hour of the morning and thank you from the bottom of my spirit, my soul, from the bottoms and the depths of my core. And I just wanted to thank you because, yes, I did feel a sense of apprehension because going back under the knife, getting IV, and going back on propofol, that had me jolted. And I didn't want to make light of it because it would just make me in a nervous place that I didn't want to be. So I just thank you guys for holding me up throughout this process to allow me to not break down and to stay focused and clear. And you guys did that for me. So anyway, I don't like to talk without brushing my teeth first. So this is a definite rarity. I don't believe in getting up and talking and eating without brushing your teeth first. My mama used to always tell me that you're eating and swallowing your nightmares. So I don't want to swallow any more nightmares. So anyway, I sleep with my bonnet, as you guys can see. So anyways, let me lay it back down and try to get me a little bit more sleep. Now, this little band right here, for some reason, it's sore. You know, where she put the IV in. Now, and when they do what is called arterial blood gases, they also take it from your wrist, but they take it alongside your thumb right there. And oh my God, like, let me see if I can show you. They take it like somewhere. My fingers aren't long enough to show you, but they take it up in there. And it's called arterial blood gases up in there somewhere. I can't show you because I don't have 2 hands to work with. So they show you up in there, and sometimes they have to have blood gases. And I was so glad that I was just getting a regular arterial IV, but that hurts like a mother. And so it always concerns us as nurses when you're putting in an IV on someone and they have a lot of subcutaneous tissue on the upper part of their hands. See, mine is pretty average, okay? But when you have a mound of subcutaneous tissue around your wrist, it is always a concern with how am I going to IV this person? How am I going to give them an IV? Because it would be quite difficult. It's hard to palpate a vein, so sometimes they have to go other places. They have to possibly get the ankle or go up into the carotid artery or something femoral around your groin. They have to find an artery. They got to get it from somewhere. And so I've You know, the way we're built up is simply the way that we're built up. That's not our choice. It is our choice to bring it down a little bit, but our body compositions are just simply what we were made with. You know, some people are cone shaped, some people are figure eight, some people are pear bottom, some people are just considered as apple, you know, and they're just round. I'm not making light of it. I'm just simply saying that a lot of those things are determining factors when you go and get medical care. They're concerned about those things because it's a little bit harder for them to give you a head to toe assessment or palpate your muscles or edema or any of those things, you know. Now, palpating edema, you use two fingers like this. Oh man, am I turning this into a medical moment? It's called pitting edema. I'm sorry, y'all. When it comes down to the living, I am so up on it. I am a giver. And being a caregiver was my calling. Though I'm not walking the corridors of hospitals anymore, I still give in a different way. And now I'm giving in speech and in voice and walking you guys through processes. Through the magic of YouTube, it's truly a blessing. Anyway, but to palpate edema, okay, you take two fingers right here, you're going to go on your forearm like this, and you're going to push this down. When you lift it up, there should be no indentation here, okay? What I mean by indentation, it will be sunk in. When you pull it out, it should bounce back. Now, you see my blood flow returning because I'm not, you know, the tone of my skin is a medium brown. So when I palpate this, I can still feel veins, arteries, tendons. I can feel all those things. When they're feeling around like this, they're feeling for different things. And when they hit an artery, boom, like up in here, for instance. When they hit a vein to start your IV, what they're feeling for is a bump. It jumps. It's bouncy, okay? And when they feel in here, then they take the cotton swab, they swab it, and then they palpate again, okay? So when they put the tourniquets on there, then therefore to really pop up, that's that rubber band that they put tourniquet. When they tie the tourniquet on there, it really makes it pop. So then therefore they can administer an IV. So they kind of feel around in here, you know? So anyway, but yeah, family, I don't want to turn it into all that, but that's just who I am. So I'm sorry if I bored anyone, but that's just what my mind thinks sometimes. It goes to that. So I don't know if this is going to be the last time I get up and pee, but it's the last time for now. So let me enjoy this time and try and get some sleep. I'm sure in the morning, I don't know what happened to Kenny's car because I was so looped. I was looped. And then, of course, I had to call Louise to tell her because Louise was calling me, a.k.a. Jody. Okay, she was calling me and she was like, what's going on, Pookie? Because I call her Pookie all the time, and so she called me Pookie, and she has like other little names for me. And so I said, Pookie, what's going on? And she was like, I haven't been able to talk to my girl all day. So we did talk before I went to sleep. And girl, you know I don't even know what we talked about. I don't bit more know what we talked about than the man in the moon. I was out. I don't even know if I was coherent, but I know my words didn't come together. So anyway, I will be calling you in a little bit. I know you sleep. So anyway, family, I just want to thank you all for rolling with me and holding me down. You know, because that was one of my darkest hours. That was one of my darkest hours. And I did not want to, you know, go into that page. Though some people tapped on it in the comments, but I didn't want to go back there. And I'm glad that we didn't dwell on it. I'm so glad and I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that our Father God saw fit to wake me up this morning. I feel so blessed. So amazingly blessed. Thank you.